Maleficium is the Latin term meaning wrongdoing or mischief, and is used to describe malevolent, dangerous, or harmful magic, evildoing, or malevolent sorcery. Women and men, both poor and rich, were accused of being a witch. Anyone who could be seen as different or not conforming to society could be more likely to be accused of being a witch. Due to the lack of medical knowledge in this era, people who suffer from diseases such as Alzheimer's, Down syndrome, or any other physically or mentally debilitating disease would be more likely to be accused of witch. Women in this time were not granted very many, if any, rights. So when a woman owned a piece of property, they would be more likely to be called a witch. Since the beginning of the Catholic Church, witchcraft has been illegal. Witchcraft persecutions began in England around 1563. Sorcery was treated as a criminal offense, and if somebody was suspected to be a witch, then they would be burned at the stake. Even the littlest offense of witchcraft had severe punishments. The witches would be tortured, and in almost all of them were executed. A hereditary witch is a witch who has been educated by their parents or grandparents in the art of witchcraft. This type of witchcraft is different than the other sects because of one does not simply become a witch, they have to be trained and mentored for their whole life in order to become a witch. Hysteria could cause many things such as blindness, paralysis, and loss of speech. Symptoms of stress could include memory loss, constant worrying, moodiness, short temper, nausea, chest pains, rapid heartbeat, and nervous habits. There are still prejudices against modern-day witches because of the stories that originated some 300 years ago. These stories that originated 300 years ago are still the reasons why people tend to fear modern-day witches. People still think of witches as worshipping the devil or making human and animal sacrifices, things that are false. Modern-day witches are much more nature-oriented people. They honor and revere nature, and they like to celebrate nature. There are many types of witchcraft that still exist today, all of which try to hold on to the old beliefs of witchcraft.
A kitchen witch's focus is primarily on magic rather than any other religion. Their primary focus is on cooking to create spells using potions that they cooked. They focus on magic that can be used for the overall benefit for humans and their problems. Kitchen witches can subscribe to any religion since they do not belong to any deities.
Hardships such as crop failure, livestock losses, or the death of children were viewed as punishments from God. Individuals who had fallen on hard times were thus inhumanly perceived as deserving their suffering. Ergot was a fungal disease found in grain that was fatal to people who are exposed to it. Some symptoms that possessed people showed were screaming that you were being stung or pinched, and acted out and barked at people. So people who were exposed to these
Were people who were scared and believed these people were crazy and possessed and put them on trial.